Behind me is the navigation bridge of this massive cargo ship which is 400 meters in length, and I'm going to go inside and show you all what it takes to navigate this massive beauty all across the world and help you all understand the bridge equipments we have here. This, by the way, is the small access opening which you have to the bridge. Let's begin the video by helping you understand a few things. This navigation bridge is not the highest point. There is something called the Monkey Island. You see on top where the scanners are running, the radar scanners. That is X-band, that is S-band. These are antennas for various satellite equipment, and the bridge is totally enclosed. That means there is no way you can go out rather than this exit door or this access hatch. Anyway, let's start from this space itself. So this is the bridge wing console. It looks like a cruise ship area, but it is not. We are on the container ship. Anyway, this area is used by the pilots and the captain when we have to get the ship alongside during a port, or when we have to depart her from the port when cargo operations are finished. So it looks something like this. Let's go into detailed explanation of each of the console here. Let's start with the most important thing during maneuvering, which are the thrusters. Now you see we've got 4 thrusters: bow thruster 1, bow thruster 2, stern thruster 2, stern thruster 1. And this is the command which we give. Suppose we want to go starboard. By the way, starboard is right side, port is left side. So port is always red, starboard is always green. And these are the parameters which the captain and the pilot keep in mind and while doing the maneuvering. Moving on from the thrusters, we have the telegraph. Telegraph is used to give the engine command, full ahead, full astern, whatever is required. At the moment, you see we are at navigation full ahead in open oceans. Now along with that, we have a small mini control. Now understand, there is something which is written here which is take on service. So if the main control, the main telegraph is over there and we want to use this, then we press this button. We have something known as NFU, which is non-follow-up. Now if this system fails and the main steering system fails, the helm, then we have something known as non-follow-up, which I showed you, these 2 buttons, red and green. And this is not the last resort. Last resort is always the emergency steering, which is in the aft, but this helps bypass a lot of system and hopefully it works during an emergency. Along with that, we have the rudder angle. So you see the rudder is always behind, so the rudder moves left, right, and that angle is shown by this particular console. Then we have an emergency telegraph. In case this fails, a bypass. So remember, on a ship we have minimum of 1 contingency plan always in regards with the equipment, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, but always a backup for the crucial equipment. Alright, so overhead panels. These are overhead panels. Now a captain can see them while maneuvering. Suppose he's standing here and he can see these consoles. This console which indicates wind. Then this is for the speed ahead, athwartship left, right. Then this is the heading. This is the rate of turn. These are some alarms, and that is for sound system. From that we have the VHF. So in case he wants to call a ship, he can use this, or he or she, anyone. And then there is a emergency telephone. So suppose I want to call the engine room, so I can use this round circular motion thing and call them. These numbers are designated over here, as you can see. Then window wipers, main telephone of our ship, not computer. It's like I'm talking in terms of simulation. We are all living in simulation, so I just mentioned computers. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so this is a PA system. Now here we've got the radar and ECDIS. Right now we switched it off because we don't need it here, but during maneuvering this is open. So this is more or less what we have here. Let's go this side now. Before that, this is for the MOB live buoy. So suppose if someone falls overboard, I can come here and release. You can see two panels. Right now it's on reload, then release. So I switch this panel here, pump it down. Anyway, the instruction is over there. Remember, on a ship, if you're not sure of doing anything, there will always be a set of instructions which will be close to the equipment. So read that and only then proceed forward. Okay, then we've got the gyro repeater. So the main gyro is over there. These are the repeaters, number 1, number 2. So one for the forward facing, one for the aft facing. On top of that, we can take bearings and sights using this equipment. And yeah, this is how the gyro compass repeater looks. So as a second officer, I am also responsible for the bridge equipments. CO2 extinguisher. This is for the air con. This is known as Aldis lamp. Now suppose there is a ship troubling me right over there. Now if she's not listening to me, or not being able to communicate using VHF or something, then we can use this, point it in that direction using this pinhole. Can you see this? And then give them flash using Morse code. So people who are learning Morse code, of course it's not applied that much, but in case of emergency, you should know that 5 short flashes do what. Let me know in the comments. Okay, I'm going to start with the fun stuff first, because that is where I spend a lot of time. The cookie area, of course, I just finished this right now. I'll throw the wrapper. So for throwing garbage, there's always designated bins which have mentioned on them, plastic, paper, whatever. It's quite strictly followed on board. Cookie area, along with that, the coffee machine. This is standard, always some Milo and all of that. Then we've got our fridge, which has got milk and my fruits for today. Pyrotechnics, which are rocket parachutes over here. Line throwing apparatus, LTA. And yeah, by the way, this is how the distress signal, that is red parachute signal rocket, looks. And if you want to activate it, the instructions are here mentioned clearly. So in case the ship gets in distress, this is what we activate, and help will come. So let's start now with the main console. Now I'll give a zoom out perspective. This is the pilot chair. So when a pilot comes, he sits here. The captain is over there generally, along with the duty officer, and the lookout is here. Or if the lookout is busy in the helm, then perhaps I come here and give the lookout. Yeah, we'll talk about this later. Anyway, so this is the pilot area. Now here we got normal ship's telephone, 2 VHF repeaters. So this is VHF 1, this is VHF 2. This is for the valve control. This is not necessary, this is for ballast water. And then we've got a stabilization system, anti-rolling tank. Now anti-rolling tank, actually you can see from here also. Let me go out and show you. This entire thing which you see, which is running over till there, is an anti-rolling tank, which is very big, and it helps prevent the ship from rolling excessively. So yeah, that is for the anti-rolling tanks, and right now it looks something like this, you'll see, but we don't play around with it that much. The chief mate usually does it. Then this is the X-band radar, and this is the backup ECDIS repeater. What I mean by that is, it is connected to this module over here, this main backup ECDIS. So whatever I do here will show up here. And the good part about here is that we've got rail chairs, so we can adjust using this. I just press this and then I can move it left, right, however I like. So that's how it looks. And this is the binocular compartment. Moving on from there, another gyro repeater. We can take sights and bearings from here. Compass. On top we have nothing much here. And then on the behind side we've got the flags. So flags are usually hoisted when we are approaching a port, the country port. That flag is hoisted along with red flag if we are carrying dangerous cargo, then yellow flag which is for quarantine, and our company flag. So this is all here. In charge is third officer. Okay, now let's come to the console which is used the most, the steering console. Now this is the helm, this is the steering gear, It's not like the old wooden circular things which old captains with long mustache and beard used to have, but not anymore. Anyway, so that is the helm. This is the NFU tiller which I talked about before. Indicator, gyro steering repeater, same thing which is over here. Rudder angle, rate of turn, and then the digital part of it. This is the magnetic compass. So if I switch on the light, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'll try to show it anyway. So inside that you can see the magnetic compass heading. Moving on from there, overhead panel dimmers. So you will see over here, same thing, rudder angle, rate of turn, that is waypoint display. I don't know, it's showing error right now, I'll correct it. Then anemometer, which is for the wind measurement, then speed log, and time, the most important factor in our life, which is quite less. Anyway, speed log, this is where we get to see what speed we are making through water. Then this is the steering gear pumps. We've got 4 steering gear pumps. Right now only one is working because we are on an ocean cruise. This here is the echo sounder, as you see, and we can switch between the forward and aft. From there we have the main console of the bow thruster, powered by Rolls-Royce. Can you imagine the amount of money which goes in constructing these ships with these sophisticated equipment of such a large ship? It's just mind-boggling, guys. I mean, we are just lucky and privileged, blessed to be here navigating her. Anyway, so that's about that. Sound powered telephone, PA system, emergency telegraph, the main telegraph along with the bridge maneuvering system. Don't play with this because it is very crucial for the chief engineer and the engineers to be notified if you're doing something here. Now look at the main engine RPM, how much RPM we can go. Navigation full 105 RPM, and these are the speeds. So 25.7 knots the ship can do, not quite, but yeah, that's the claimed speed. Full ahead, half ahead, slow, dead slow, 15.5, 12.8, 9, 6.4. So this is where we give the order, so we have a rough estimate of what speed we'll be doing. This panel over here will give you the power which is being generated. So at the moment we are at 37% load with 26.83 megawatt. So that's what it indicates. Then this is the compass monitor. You can see gyro 1, 2, magnetic. We can switch from here. Main engine RPM, main engine start air pressure. This is very important parameter. Now on a ship, the engine doesn't start by a spark plug. It uses compressed air, and that is why this pressure has to be at a certain range at all times. Then DGs, we've got 5 generators on this ship. Can you imagine 5 big generators? They are crazy. Along with that we have a turbine generator as well. I'll show you that in the engine room tour. Anyway, so that's about that. This is the system from which we can see the engine parameters, our own ballast parameters, bilges, lights, everything. So this is the ICS display. Now comes the main part from where we navigate. So this is the autopilot number 1, autopilot number 2. We are using this at the moment. We can change the rate of turn to 5 degrees per minute at the moment, and we can change it however we like according to the traffic. Then again, rudder angle, rate of turn. This is the place from which I can change. So this is at the rate I'm saying. This is auto, remote, helm, NFU. So remote is this, helm is that, and NFU tiller is on the side, this one. So this is what it toggles between. Then we've got the VHF console, VHF 1, VHF 2, normal telephone. Then comes the S-band radar and the main primary ECDIS, on which we use for anti-grounding tool. The critical part about this ECDIS is this switch over here, which is the on-off switch. Now if we accidentally touch it like this, it can get switched off. So I've put a special tape over here just to prevent that happening. And this is the trackball system. Along with that, this is a backup mouse for the S-band radar. Now here we've got another crucial equipment, which is the AIS. AIS is automatic identification system. It tells you like if there's a ship somewhere over there which has got AIS like this, so we can press on that and see her details, where she's going, what's the draft, etc, etc. So this equipment helps us a lot in gathering information for making navigational decisions and stuff like that. Then GPS 2, sophisticated GPS, of course, watch timer reset. So remember, in 12 minutes, if the navigation officer does not do anything in regard to the equipment or does not press anything, or he has fallen asleep here, so in 12 minutes an alarm will go to the captain that something is wrong, go up and check. The captain is also maybe not responding, then it goes to the entire ship, the alarm. So to reset that, we have this watch timer reset. Okay, from there we've got our logbook area where we fill up all the various logs and parameters during the entire day and night. Then some checklists which we have to keep. Now here we have two important things. One is the SART, which is search and rescue transponder, and one is the EPIRB, emergency position indicating radio beacon. Now suppose something happens to the ship and it sinks. This will send a message via satellite to a rescue coordination center that this is the location of the ship which is in trouble, so come and help. Then the SART is for local rescue. Suppose a life raft is out there in the open ocean, somewhere over there. Now if it has got a SART, she will switch it on and I'm going to get a notification on my S-band radar here in terms like concentric circles if I'm very close to it, but it starts with blips and then arcs. So this is used for local signaling and this is for rescue coordination signaling. Then we've got some lights. Behind we've got the staircase to heaven, which is the Monkey Island. I'll show that to you as well. Water cooler. This is my primary area where a lot of work has to be done. I'll show you. But anyway, this is the washroom. So in case I want to use the toilet, of course you cannot take a shower when you are on watch, but commode and wash basin. Okay, let's move here. VHF, then satellite C, Sat C repeater. Then we've got ventilation stop. So in case there's fire, we can close the dampers from here. Then we've got of course our fire alarm, manual alarm, which is 7 short blast followed by long blast. Then reset. VDR, voyage data recorder. Now every ship has got a VDR. This is like the black box on an aircraft. So suppose something happens on board and the investigators need to see what parameters were there, what was the thing which was happening over here, the recordings, everything that is stored in the VDR. And I'll go on the Monkey Island and show you also that we've got 2 VDRs. So yeah, it's something interesting. Then we've got fire pumps, 3 fire pumps. This is the emergency fire pump. Lights, navigation lights, but you'll see a lot of other lights also over here, which is indication of suppose we are not under command. So for that, these lights are there as per cold regs, which is collision regulations. So all of this can be switched on from here. You can see rule 28, rule 27b. So if you don't even remember the rule, at least you know which one you should switch on. Then fire detectors panel, our satellite phone. This is the MFHF. These are the SAT-C terminals, and that's the computer on which we do our planning and paperwork. Now MFHF equipment is used for communicating with vessels or shore station which is greater than 250 nautical miles. VHF is used for just 50 nautical miles, and SAT-C is like satellite communication. So if you want to send emails or messages, if our internet is not working, then we use this. So at first everything looks very overwhelming when you see so many screens, so many displays, so many buttons. But trust me guys, within 1 week a good navigator gets used to everything, because you've got a checklist which lies over there, and every watch we need to follow it, which covers most of the equipment. So you understand, okay, this is where the telegraph is, this is the thrusters and stuff like that. So you don't have to get overwhelmed by seeing so much. It is fine. By the way, if you're wondering what happens during a time of distress, these GMDSS equipments have this red button. So if in case we press this, it will send a distress message to ships nearby. That was VHF. And similarly on MFHF, same thing, the red button. And on the SAT-C also. So this you should know as navigators at all times, that what to do in case something happens all of a sudden. And you don't have reaction time. So that's how it looked, the GMDSS area. This is our GPS number 1. 1 was in the forward over there. 1 is here. Ship's clock, toggle switch for the GPS. This is a chart table. Now we don't have paper charts anymore, but we have got these charts which are for sometimes used for weather routing charts. So here, if you can see, so we still use them for mapping the weather, and we keep it here and then see the overlay, map out the data and see how weather is going to affect. Official paperwork files, second officer's manuals of all the equipments. Then we've got a lot of publications. So if you see IMDG, passage planning guide, spills. Then from there we've got the fire control and safety plans. So in case you want to see something regarding deck, so we can slide it. You can see the open deck fire plans, tank top plans. By the way guys, this is the shaft tunnel. Oh, huge shaft tunnel. I'll show it to you also. Now I've got 14 cylinders in the engine. You can see here on the plan. So in case something is going wrong, we know where to find, what to find. So this is that toggle. And then this is for ballast water treatment system console. Lot of alarms it gives sometimes. Anyway, barometer for understanding if low pressure is being created and then storm is approaching, so it's a very important instrument to monitor. Then we've got some switchboards over here. This is portable VHF, so in case we are going into life raft, we carry this. Then more lights which we can switch on from here. And this is the lift telephone. In case someone gets stuck in the lift, they can call here. Then we've got a bell and gong unit here. And then behind we've got electrical stuff here. So this is for the electricians, but for second officers also. I was saying VDR is also here. Then some breakers for wipers and stuff like that. This is for the gyro 1, gyro 2, batteries for GMDSS, and yeah. Now how do we give commands? This small circle over here, just rotate this and the rudder will automatically give the required order to turn the vessel port or starboard. By the way, this ship has got the best maneuvering characteristics. The rudder has got such great efficiency and it is so big, it turns a giant like this quite easily. I'm going to show you how maneuvering characteristics look. So that's how maneuvering characteristics of a ship look. So this is for your reference for all of you. So guys, that's the overall view of the bridge. And you can see outside such a beautiful office view every day. And when we proceed to the starboard side, it is more or less the same as that what was on the port side, which is 56 meters away at the moment. So breadth is 56 meters. Can you imagine? I don't know even if you can comprehend it, but it's a long way. So that's how it looks on the starboard side. Again, what a view this is. Same equipment, overhead panel, same thing. And have a look at the distance also. 232 meters forward, 167 meters aft. So guys, let's go out now and show you all the monkey island of the ship. So this is how it looks on top. Have a look. Beautiful. And I was telling you 2 VDRs. So one is this, which is the VDR capsule, and the other is an EPA powered, yeah, it's over there. So that's how the monkey island of the vessel looks. And what a beautiful blue day today. Loving it. By the way, this is the top mast, radar scanners, and this is the Starlink antenna. Elon Musk, thank you. So guys, ending this video with a beautiful sunset. I hope you enjoyed this navigation bridge tour. Do let me know in the comment section if I missed out something or you want a detailed description of some equipment. I'll try to do my best in the coming episodes. For now, let's get back to sailing and enjoying the life at sea, season number 5. Thank you. Don't forget to share and subscribe and like this video.